This is David Turecamo. Well, the French didn't invent lingerie, but look at what they've done with it.
For example, this typically, it's a brief and we have this little bow that you can just take it out and play. We always make little things that it can make like a game between the woman and the man in intimacy.
Well, if you're used to paying $20 for lingerie at a discount store, let me explain something. Worldwide, lingerie is a multi-billion-dollar industry, but French women, on a per capita basis, spend more on it than women in any other country in the world. It's part of their mystique.
They are really careful about the details, and even if you don't see it, they are feeling really beautiful and seductive, and it's really an attitude.
And this lingerie is among the most luxurious in France. The company is Aubade, and the brand director, Claire Masson.
We always put little details so men can look at his woman and see, you know, like a little bow, a little hole on a tonga. See here, it's also little details.
Here at Aubade's headquarters, they design and assemble the prototypes. One bra can involve at least 20 pieces, each of which is designed not only for fashion, but comfort. And it's not because everyone had the day off when I was shooting. No, each one of these machines is designed for a specific stitch. Most of these women have gone to special schools of couture because the lace has to be aligned and fit. There's a skill just to cutting the fabric. So it can take as long as 2 years to go from the concept to the consumer. And also keep in mind that one design has to fit 19 different sizes.
And for example, for the small size, we have those one, and for the biggest sizes, we have those kind. Because the back of the bra are larger for the biggest sizes. Yes. And the straps are larger too.
The Egyptians supposedly originated it, but as it evolved over the centuries, lingerie's design spoke more about a culture's interests than a woman's. 19th century corsets were so tight they could actually damage the kidneys. Even though an American patented the first brassiere in the early 20th century, by the time feminists started burning them in the 60s, bras were still just underwear.
The notion of fashion wasn't in lingerie, it was only in clothes.
It was only 30 years ago, in the 1980s, that lingerie added
more color, more details, and much more feminine, and much more a tool to seduce men and to feel good in our body.
What changed in the 80s? I mean, why?
Girl power. It's the 80s.
Society's attitudes were changing, and so was the technology. Fabrics like spandex created new possibilities in design, and advertising began daring
to show all the sensuality, the femininity, and the French way of loving with the humor.
And yet one of the company's most popular designs is often the first bra for a teenager.
Or sometimes they come with their mothers and they buy this one to start.
So small and yet so expensive, because this bra retails for 90 euros. That's about $120.
It's like jewels, you know? I mean, it's the same thing. It's really small, but it's really expensive. It depends on what's the material you use, and we use what is the best.
90 euros.
Yeah, when it's your mother, buy it.